Hello and welcome to Once Driven, Forever Smitten. You might remember a couple of months back I put the video up where we took Pete's Nova and my Vectra a good run in the Scottish borders. Well, that was 9 months ago, and Pete was putting the Nova into storage because he was moving out to Singapore. I've just picked it up again to go and do some work on it, and this video details me running down to get it and to a couple of scrapyards, things like that. So enjoy. I'm going to take the Vectra down to Berwick and leave it there, and I'll be picking up my nephew Daniel en route. It's the school summer holidays at the moment, so he's going to be giving us a hand. I've got a couple of different places to visit. I'm going to nip into U-Pullet on the way back up because they've got a Vectra B SRI and I'd like a look at, and there's a scrapyard in Perth which has a Cavalier L 2-litre I in it as well. So I hope the Nova is going to behave, because it's got a couple of 100 mile to do today probably. Right. Traffic's pretty busy in West Calder this morning. Now, I haven't used the Vectra very much over the last couple of months, partly because I had COVID and didn't really have any call to do business miles, partly because I've been avoiding using it because I still haven't got the aircon sorted, and it's the summer and it's got black leather interior, so it's not that nice to sit in. But I should be able to get that aircon sorted soon, and then we'll do some bodywork and things on it. I would have been driving a variety of other cars in that time, and I have to say it's nice to get back into this and enjoy how smooth it is, how responsive it is, how quick the steering is and everything. I'm going the back way across to Musselburgh from West Calder, which means heading up towards the A70, the Lang Wang, and into Edinburgh via Curry and Balerno. The back road into Edinburgh is busy this morning. We've got the bin lorry, we just got past that, and I've got a tractor to get past as well. Got a quick trip into McDonald's to get a breakfast before that finishes, because we've got a bit of a distance to go till we get to Berwick upon Tweed to get the Nova. The sat-nav's going all weird on the screen, I don't know why that is. Hello. Perfect. Thank you, cheers, mate. Have you got somewhere to put that?
Hello. We are still on the journey and we have less than an hour, so maybe an hour and a bit. I'm not sure.
But the school holidays are in full force. We're at the point in the summer where both the Scottish schools and the English ones are on holiday, so there's maybe a bit more holiday traffic than usual. It's not too bad.
Yeah, well.
I had a look at the sat-nav because I thought that's awfully far away, and I reprogrammed it and it's come up that we're 15 miles away rather than about 60. So I thought that when we programmed it for Berwick, because we're at Berwick now. Here we go, at the Belford Industrial Estate. Well, how long ago was it that we were here with Pete? November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July.
That's already
9 months.
It's already recorded, you dingus.
Doesn't matter, it's facing out the windscreen. Right there.
There
as
it
we
is.
can see it sitting there, pride of place, and there's our man there. I'm just going to pull this in here.
I remember that tiny short of you going up here.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go and get another bit of clip for that and everything. Oh dear, that's falling off. Less 2000 sport hatch. So when's that going to be out in the road then?
Hey, it's on the road.
Oh, is it road legal at the moment, basically? Huh?
Well,
Just wouldn't need anything, eh?
It's taxed, ready to go.
Fantastic.
It's free tax.
Ah, right enough, aye.
It's just
1980,
it's just
1982 and that, eh?
Picked up by 2 months. So,
Nice that, aye.
Say hi to the camera.
Hello.
free tax and non-amortizable.
When are you getting instruments back for it then?
Because I've got one on its way to us.
Well, are they en route at the moment?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So you might have them for Monday when I'm back down.
Well, it might be. It might be. You never know.
I'll work out that.
Even in.
No, it's on you. I tell you, this won't be the original colour, is it? What is it?
I think the orange would be
The orange would be, yeah. I wonder what orange it is. We have to find out. I'm going to look at go and look it up. A533 or 365, whatever that is. Oh. Alrighty, so 9 months after we dropped the Nova off into storage,
We've got it back.
taking it back up to West Lothian. We're gonna. Okay, interesting.
Is this even road legal?
Yeah, we've got a clutch cable that's not returning. Was that hitting on something? This piece of plastic was hitting against the clutch pedal, so we'll just remove it for the time being to be on the safe side. I would prefer to have a clutch cable, a clutch pedal that comes back up into position. Thanks very much.
Yay!
Well, let's try again. My clutch pedal returns back into position.
Check the tyre pressures on this before you go.
I've done them.
You've done it.
Aye, just, I thought that one at the front was going to be down quite a bit, but it's not. So. Okay. Oh, it's got such a vicious clutch on it, this car. Where's the keys? Squeaky alternator belt. As soon as I want to go out here, traffic at 20. Quite talky.
Right. I think you got that very nicely.
Just stopped off in Berwick. The Nova's running really nicely. I just put 10 litres of E10 in it, and because that's all we could get in Morrison's. The alternator belt is slack and making a hell of a noise, so I'm just going to see if I can tighten that up now. Just taking off the induction pipe to get into the
What is the induction?
The alternator belt. It's the pipe that sucks the air into the engine through the airflow meter. I mean, that's pretty tight.
Maybe it's
I mean, I don't know, obviously I'll be able to get it tighter, but
you never know, it might be too tight.
well, that's good, right? We've got just enough space in there for that to hold into that. Ah, good, just enough space for the ratchets. Right, so we've slackened that off just now, and what we're going to do is, sort of the best thing I can get a bit of leverage on with it. Ball joint splitter, I suppose. Push against that hose.
What are you doing?
What am I doing? I am going to attempt to put extra tension in the alternator belt so it no longer squeaks. Now that I've pushed it out a bit. Yeah, but nuts.
There you go. Put it down. I mean, it's less squeaking.
Seems a bit better. I'm not sure if there's a bit of squeaking there for me or not. Adjust the clutch pedal up a bit here. Clutch pedals needed adjusted up.
You want me to go press it when you tell me to?
Yeah, that should be fine, I think. I was way too low before. Never had known that before. There you go. Right. That's us.
Yeah.
Tightened the alternator belt up, but as it turns out the squeak comes out it is coming off when I depress the clutch. I adjusted the clutch pedal up quite a bit because it was about on the floor, it was well out of adjustment, but yeah, you get that squeak, so I'm guessing it's needing it's going to need a thrust bearing in it, but I mean it's all been rebuilt up, so but I thought it would have had a new one, but who knows, Pete would have to Pete would be the one who'd know about that. Aside from that though, it's driving really nicely. Nothing to report negative apart from that squeak when the clutch pedal's depressed. Oh, and the fronts fell off the glove box as well for some reason.
As you can see, I just opened it.
Yeah.
If you ever know what the thingy falls off and you don't know how to open it, thumbs over, pull that, pull it back. It's pretty simple. I was wondering why it wasn't opening earlier. The handle's knackered as well.
Well, that's because it's supposed to connect onto that bit of tip. Maybe that squeak will sort itself out with a bit of use. Who knows? Seen it by any means. There's a weird squeaking noise coming off the clutch, it's like a release bearing, and it's quite hard to get it into second gear on a downshift, so I'm just trying to coax it along here without trying to put my foot in the clutch pedal. Come on, come on, come on, come on. We're heading up to Perth to go and see a Cavalier L 2-litre I, which a whole load of parts are available to me. Oh, there we go. I block my camera when I'm filming like that. push the clutch right in, then it won't do that squeaking noise. So I've managed to get it all the way along this queue without having any squeaking off it. That ambulance came up the middle there. It's weird to drive a Nova with a wide ratio gearbox in it. It totally alters the character of the car. I'm really impressed at how quiet and smooth this is. There's no rattles or shakes or anything off it, and the long gearing makes it behave like a much bigger car. It definitely blunts the acceleration though. I'm not sure this gearbox was what Pete had in mind when he got this thing put together. It's brilliant for long distance motorway work, but not so much hammering up and down the back roads. Hear the alternator hitting off the chassis rail anyway as it goes round this corner. Yeah, I can feel it kind of rolling over onto the sidewalls of these. I think it's 175 65 tyres. Are pretty skinny. They're quite a high profile, sort of rally tyres really. Definitely a bit of movement on those, but good fun all the same. Well, we're just heading over onto the Queensferry crossing. There's the very last of the performance Vauxhalls in front of us, a 68 plate Corsa VXR, so that'll be about 3 years old now, coming up for 4 years old. And that was the end of the line with the General Motors cars when Stellantis stepped in with a new range. We didn't get any performance models. I mean, to be fair, it's a good way to sign off. They fantastic little hot hatches, those Corsas. They handle like they're on rails, and they're so tunable as well. This one's currently being held up by a Maka, although to be fair, we are actually doing pretty much the speed limit across here instead of the usual 50 mile an hour. I've got a motorbike sitting behind me. I don't know what she's going to do here. She's going to weave between us. Okay. No, smell the Corsa, he's giving the throttle a squeeze. To be fair, it'll be the bike actually now. Being a K-Reg, that'll be what the exhaust smell is.
Finally, on the roads of Fife, not in England. Oh my god, it's so nice to be back.
And what, Fife? Oh, don't position your car there, that's not good. A little narrow Nova thing. Yeah.
We might go to the scrapyard in Fife first.
There's U Pullets here, and then there's the one up in Perth we need to go to as well.
Aye. We want to go to Perth though, but...
I suppose U Pullet's just there. I suppose we'll go to that U Pullet first and then go to Perth.
We need to get unleaded, don't we?
Super unleaded.
Aye, get some super
The good
unleaded
stuff.
Aye.
I'm sure there's a Shell petrol station just along here. Yes, there is.
Yeah, there is.
A Shell will have...
It always has unleaded unless it's out of stock.
Well, it's super. The problem with the supermarkets is they don't always have super unleaded, especially the likes of like Morrison's and things. It's not that common. Don't think this is one of the cheaper petrol stations, but we'll just have to do it. No, it's, we're just popping into this Shell petrol station now to get some V-Power. 195. Oh well. What can you do? It needs it. It needs it. We're going to flip the octane plug as well. We're going to flip the octane plug as well, and then once we put the fuel in, we're going to pop over to U Pullet, and it's already been done.
By who?
Pete, obviously.
Oh.
It's set to run on
Why does it say we're going 100 and 200? Oh.
Where's my phone?
I've got it.
Cool.
Snuggy around here.
Stick it up there. Be careful. Oh no, he's going fast.
What?
He was going fast, that insignia. Can you hold that for a second, watch. I can't do this all at the same time. Try and get the car out of here. My coffee between my legs. Yeah, people go fast along here. Thank you, Dan. A few years on it, car park.
Go see if you can find a Vauxhall, Vauxhall Astra to sit beside. Oh look, another Vauxhall.
An Adam or something, is it?
Ah.
Right, we've just got to do a pullet, so we're going to pop in and just see what's in here. That was a lot of old school Vauxhall stuff, to be honest, but we'll have a look. That's alright, I'll lock it now. That's alright, I'll lock it now. Right, no. Well, that's alright. I'm going to come back and get the steering wheel out that Vectra SRI, the 3-spoke leather one, 16 quid. And we'll see about getting some steel wheels as well for stock with some tyres on them, which will be a lot cheaper than buying some new tyres. Have you eaten all of them?
Yes.
Oh, for goodness sakes. Right, well, actually, aye. That's what I had to do. I've got a coffee sitting there. Oh hi, it's Dougie Rankin. I was looking to get an MOT sometime tomorrow morning if possible, please. 10:30 is fine, aye, go for that. Brilliant, thanks very much, cheers. Just bye bye. Right, that's that done, it's booked in for an MOT now, right. Okay.
There's cup holders.
Well, they're not holders, they're just cup placers for when you've stopped. And you just put your cup there, it won't hold it. Right, let's have a look. Right, that's fine.
41 minutes.
No, but less than that, half an hour. I'm going to have to stop again and take this jumper off because it's too hot. A bit of old school, a V-Reg Volvo V70. Diesel, a good old motor for economy driving these days, run it with anything. I can't believe how quiet this thing is. It showed 90 on the speedo clock and it's just like just doesn't feel like a Nova at all. Drive up here, the Nova is so good in the motorway, it's not like any Nova I've driven before, even comparing it to the 2 litre 8 valve one that I built back in 2008, 2009. This one, which was really good in the motorway and comfy and everything. This one's even better. Mind you, that was a B-Reg and this is a J, so this is the facelift one with a much more modern interior and everything in it. So yeah, we've got a bit of a queue at the Broxton roundabout.
Yeah, that's pretty usual.
Recyclers, right, that's it there. Hold that now, hold that now.
big things on in this scrapyard. I don't know whether I will be allowed in here, but...
You don't know, right. Us has just got to Perth, to the auto recyclers here, so I'm going to check this Cavalier out. Basically, I think the engine and gearbox is available and all the stuff that goes with it. Don't really need the engine block itself, but everything else that goes along with it, so we'll get a look at it, see what else is in there now. Okay, here's our Cavalier. Ain't she a beauty? Been parked up for about 10 years. 140,000 miles on it, 20 NE. I mean, the main thing is to go and get all the wiring, loom gubbins and everything off it, which I donated to this car to get it running, so that's all right. But I'm just going to grab a couple of bits from inside of here, namely the steering column surround, because it's the pre-airbag variant, and I'm also going to grab this centre console because it's the early type, and it's got the deeper bit in there which acts as a cup holder. Haha. Right, that's alright. So I've got the early type centre console, the early type tall gear lever, I got an ashtray and a cigarette lighter. The ashtrays for the blue Cavalier and the cigarette lighters for the Nova there, because it doesn't have one. Oh yes, and of course we've got the pre-airbag column surround, which is a useful thing to have. So between that and the engine and gearbox is going to be lifted out it. That's quite a tidy little collection of stuff. I'm going to nick the GSI grills in as well. I suppose we should probably put that while we're here as well. Wouldn't hurt. That's tightening it.
Is it?
Yep, you need to go anti-clockwise.
Take that. That's tightening it, is it?
You need to two hands, one in the socket, one in the ratchet, so you can stop it from, that's it. That'll come apart properly.
Do you need the bolts?
Hmm?
Do you need the bolts?
Do I need the bolts? Might as well just chuck them in with that centre console there, yes. Have a look at this. As we've got. Aye. Come out for that out. Now these little nut things are all over it.
They're
One
not
more.
Nuts, it's mouse dropping.
That's not mouse droppings.
Yeah, it is.
That?
Yeah.
They're not mouse droppings.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yes.
Are they?
I think so.
I don't think they're mouse droppings at all, Daniel.
I think so.
Okay, so we're sorted. We shall return and get this at a later date, because obviously it's not going to fit in the back of the Nova. Right, let's go and head back down to let's go and get packed up and head home. There's the ECU there.
What, you taking the ECU?
I don't know. Well, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do with it now. We're going to hook it onto the engine or what? We'll see. We'll set that. I'll just hook it onto the thing now. That'll do. Okay, well that went well. We spoke to Grant there for Perth Auto Recyclers, and we're going to get the engine and gearbox, the drive shafts and everything out that Cavalier. It's a 20 NE. Don't really need the engine block itself, but all those other bits that go with it will come in handy for local access only. Yeah. The traffic is the worst I've seen it in ages, so I decided to come in the back road to West Calder, and it's telling me the road's closed. Route which takes us up to Harbour, which takes us down this kind of cool single track road. That's good timing to meet him there. This has all been resurfaced. Good quality asphalt, nice. Big bits of traffic. Just going to take us out at Harbour. Local knowledge, know all the back roads, shortcuts, alternative routes. This has got to be the most refined Nova I've ever driven.
What does refined mean?
Refined, comfortable, smooth. Right, here we go, back at the house. The Nova's made it successfully. Not been bad at all, apart from the squeaky growling noises off it. So I'm going to park it beside the Omega and probably steal the battery. What I'll do, I'll put this on the drive. I might put this on my drive, actually, it's what we'll do, I think. Okay, so I'll just move the Cavalier off the drive to make space for Woofed! Running on 3 a bit. I wonder if it's down on compression somewhat. Although I know I did need to sort the wiring on it. I do know that, so.
Hello, Kitty.
Alright, well that's everything for this one. Glad to say the Nova's made it back up the road. First time out, 9 months. It's done pretty well. We've got a screaming thrust bearing that I need to order for it. I don't think it'll really need much else, but next episode we'll take it for an MOT and see where we go from there. Catch you later. Say bye, Bob.
Bob? Bob? No.